It's video time! There's so much videos! Ah! Ah! Hello, welcome to another video. My name is Alex, and today we'll be talking about, well, what today's video is about. So today, Sunday, I've been recording this. This is like the fourth time I've recorded this. Sorry about that. I just stop touching it. I wanted a type of video I could put out every week that was more interactable, I guess, or conversational. I want to have conversations with you guys in the comments about the things I talk about. It's gonna be more topical. So we're talking about things like League of Legends. Phone, shut up, silence, heathen. We're talking about things about other games. So it's not just gonna be about League of Legends, it's gonna be other stuff. And I want to have a conversation with you guys about the things I talk about, whether it's about the patch notes or other things. We're gonna try to keep it like short and sweet and not like spend like half an hour talking about a bunch of stuff, but enough time to talk about the things a little bit, get my opinion, and have you guys talk about it as well with me in the comments. I can't speak words. So, stuff in League of Legends going on this week. There was the patch notes. Again, like, there's a patch every 2 weeks or so. And the big thing in this patch, aside from, like, an interesting buff to Kayn, which was, like, passively giving him his passive after 5 minutes, I think? 3 minutes? After 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you get your passive increases constantly. That's really cool. That was one of the more like interesting changes to champions. There's some other stuff. You can check them out. I'm not going to go over every single one. The big thing I wanted to talk about is a couple is the top lane changes, because I think that's super cool that they're giving top lane a little bit of love, because I know that I've never really played top lane in any season, and I don't really play a lot of top lane champions. I can play some of the champions I play in top lane if I get autofilled, but I don't really play top lane that much. I know it's a kind of low impact position right now in the game, and they're trying to do some things to alleviate that. In this patch, they basically gave turret plating a bit more gold, made it easier for melee champions to take plates, made it harder for ranged champions to take plates, and made it harder for more than 2 champions to take the tower quickly. If you haven't seen them yet, you probably have, but if you haven't, there'll be a link to the patch notes down below. It definitely is true that like you can be a top laner, and I've seen it, I've experienced it sometimes in my games vicariously through my top laner. Where me and them are like, I'm doing a lot, but my top laner, even though they're ahead, it doesn't seem like they're able to impact the map as much. There's also some weird teleport changes they're going to be doing later on. The other thing that happened in League this week, which was, I'm saving the best for last as far as League news goes, but there was the big announcement that Eternals are in the game. Anyone? Well, that's exactly how I feel as well. So if you don't know what Eternals are, they're basically just like achievements in the game. You can pick up like a starter package for all the champions, basically just the base package, gives you like takedowns and tower takes and stuff like that. Then there's specific champion ones which cost real money. I don't remember the pricing for all of them, but just another thing for you to buy in the game. And if you're wondering what it really does, all it really does is it gives you little pips on your mastery emote. So if you have mastery 7, I don't know if it gives it to mastery 6, but if you have mastery 7 and you complete a bunch of achievements, you get a little pip, a little blue pip above. You get some fire as well. That's about it. So I personally am not super excited about them. They're kind of underwhelming. I'm not like hating them, but I don't really care about them. I'm indifferent. So they don't really add anything to the champions I play. Like, oh man, if this was like, if I bought the Eternals and it did something specifically to my champion that made them look cool, sure, that'd be neat. I'd totally buy that. But otherwise, if it's just gonna give me a little pip on my mastery emote, like, okay, like anyone can get mastery emotes. It doesn't really feel special or anything like that. The more important and more exciting news in League this week was the fiddlesticks rework reveal. For his abilities, what he looks like, his animations, all that. I mean, stuff has been leaked and stuff like that throughout the weeks and months since they announced that he was being reworked, but they gave a couple things. There was the cinematic that was released, which looked awesome, amazing. The abilities, the abilities got announced or revealed later on this week, and they look really good. I'm not gonna go through each single one, but I'll leave a link to somewhere where you can read them. The most important thing, I think, is the thing that I'll mention the most is his passive. Basically, you can lay like scarecrows around the place, and at like level 6, the scarecrows, they act as wards basically. At level 6, they actually can reveal briefly enemy wards. Other than that, I think Fiddlesticks looks amazing. The theme of the fear and the terror that he is trying to embody is really awesome. I will miss the jovial little dancing scarecrow that we have now with his flying crows, but otherwise, I think this is a great change. I know there's gonna be people out there that hate change. I'm not one of those people. I like it. I like it when things get changed. I don't know if that says anything bad about me as a person or anything, but yeah. On the other side of other games that I play, the reason I wanted to talk about these things is because, well, there's just other things to talk about, because they do affect my channel a little bit because I play games. It's interesting, and I'm hoping that by talking about things that interest me, maybe you'll be interested. So if you're an old subscriber and you subscribed to me a long time ago when I first made the channel several years ago, I was playing a lot of Guild Wars 2. Well, I still play Guild Wars 2 a lot. It's like my other main game that I play aside from League. There's been some news about that. There's the new content update coming out in a few days, and then there's the next episode of the saga coming out. And then the biggest news is that the game is getting a new 3rd expansion. Not anytime soon, but it is in the future, possibly, I'm hoping next year, sometime later next year. And this is like my whole thing about, especially MMOs, because they're one of the harder game genres to keep afloat. I definitely want them to take their time to make a really good product. Like, I'm gonna be buying the 3rd expansion no matter what when it comes out, because I'm a big fan of the game. I'm a big fan of the company. Other thing, and I'm going to say this because I recommend this super highly if you are in the mood for a different game to play. The new Ori and the Blind Ori game. Ori, if you don't know what Ori is, Ori and the Blind Forest was a game that came out in 2015. Sorry, it's probably been one of my top games for the past decade. It's a beautifully made game. It is the soundtrack, the art style, just the gameplay, everything about it is super fun, amazing, well crafted. It's definitely a buy if you haven't purchased it. If you don't have it already, I definitely recommend it. But the second game came out this week, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I haven't picked it up yet. It looks fantastic. Like they've obviously upped their game with the visuals, same kind of art style. And the soundtrack apparently is still great. So I love those. Are like hit all the boxes for me as far as video games go. Gameplay, soundtrack, visuals, like the trio of games is just like, as long as you have those 3, I'm just happy. I mean, that's obviously the whole entire game, but look, I'm asking for perfection. All right, that's all I'm asking for. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I had to talk about today. Firstly and foremost, if you want to talk about anything that I talked about today, I want to have a conversation. I want to talk about these things. I know it's like not a whole lot to talk about, but there's some interesting things. What do you think about top lane? Do you think that really needs help this season? Do you feel like it's low impact? What kind of changes do you want to see in the future? Do you think the changes right now are enough? Or is it in the right direction? What do you think about the Fiddlesticks rework? What do you think about Eternals? Do you like, is there anyone who watches me, do you really like Eternals? Do you even know what they are? Do you even know what Eternals are? Also, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, you can also hit the dislike button. Or you can hit this like button. You also hit the dislike button. You have to either one. I'm sorry. You can choose. You can't do both. You can't like and dislike something. Although you can. In real life, you can like and dislike something. Like, that's totally fine. If you want to watch more from me, and if you enjoy what I do, hit the subscription button. It helps out a lot. And also hit the bell button because it notifies you when I upload a video. Oh, I totally forgot. We hit 400 subscribers. Woo! Thank you so much for everyone subscribing and commenting and all that other stuff. It really is, it really brings me personally joy when I get to talk with you, like respond to your comments. I really do try to respond to every single one. I don't always get to them because it's life, all right? But I try to respond to every single one, so leaving comments is good. Subscribing, thank you so much for all of you who do all those things. I appreciate you very much. Also, stay safe, wash your hands, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye. Awkward outro.